do something else first. And I have to do my introduction as well. So, hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Valheim. Today is the second part of Let's Play with Friends. And this time I'm actually visiting one of the worlds of my friend anagromydaL. And she invited us to a world that nobody else has seen up to now. So really, I'm looking forward to what we're actually going to see. So let's try to figure out how everything is going.
Okay,
Somebody,
will you please follow me over here? I have prepared the tour around the world by portal, so we don't have to run through stretches of land here. We're gonna start the tour in this tour 1 portal. Please come follow me to my very first base I made in this world when I first arrived a freshling. And this is now my wood farm. So we have a little hut here. Well, it's not so little anymore.
indeed. Oh, you turned one of the old villages as your home. Yeah, that's one
Yeah,
of the.
one of the villages, and I just built that a little bigger because that was a small hut too. So I made it a little bit
A
bigger.
little
So
bit. Only three times as big. That's a little
yeah,
bit.
3 times is a little bit. And actually that is now my wood farm, and you can see here I have a garden planted where we have some crops, and in that other one here nothing in there anywhere, just that one house. And then I plant all the trees I will need to harvest on that meadow there, so there is not too much to see here.
It's still looking cozy. That's for
The
sure.
fun thing here is like the mountains are so close. You have the Black Forest on this side, you have the mountains right over there, and then you're in the meadows biome here, and then you have a fantastic collection of bees over here. So all my bees, my honeybees, are over here too.
As long as they're happy.
They are happy here, yeah. And as you can see, it's like typical for me base with not much alteration to the terrain, with not much of anything but a house and fields and bees and portals.
Yep, I
Hey,
noticed.
that
I noticed. Yes, I've never. No, that's not true. I think in one of my first games I actually did something like this. And then the trolls came along. There's
usually
no.
the fantastic thing here is if trolls came along, I would just go over to my forest there and have them chop wood for me while I kill them. So that is not the worst place to live.
So you didn't spawn proof this? Yeah, you did.
Not,
Sort
no,
of.
not really, not really. There is not much spawn proving going on. There is like the house. There is a workbench in the house and nothing else. Like if we get a raid here, we get a raid here, and we have to defeat what is going on here. There is no spawn proving at all over here.
My
Okay,
aiming
let's
is.
go and see the second one. We go back through the tour 1. Second one is a little more interesting. The first one is like only until I get enough to get a carve and find me a pretty island. So we're gonna go to tour number 2 here. And this thing is spawn proof the heck out of. It is my forest island base. If you get a raid here, you can sit down next to the fire and enjoy. because this thing is spawn proofed. It is an island.
Yeah, I see the small huts you placed with the workbench inside.
Yes,
The way you've been doing in your streams as well.
yes,
Yeah, I
to
did
make them
watch
a
that.
little bit more resistance. And as you can see, we have even more honeybees here. Like this is a pleasant amount of honeybees.
You can never have too little honey. That's one of the things I found out in this game. Early, you really need the honey for the stamina regeneration. Later, you need it for meats. I
Yes,
have to be careful that I don't pick up any of your black metal, by the way.
that's not a problem. I got so much that I don't know what to do with it.
What are those? Bomb piles?
That are bone piles, and as you can see, if you go a little bit further back, you can see I'm spelling out Anna with that. I'm lacking a few to make the final letter A. That is a side project I took on to decorate this a little bit, and I spelled Anna out here. The A
That's
is
that's a
lacking
little bit
some.
a little bit morbid to spell out your name, but
Yeah, but I like it. So, and then that is one of my portal houses. You know, I do
yeah.
decorate little tiny houses with everything from that biome. And that is like the forest and meadows portal house. So this portal actually um, would have gone back to the
Where we just came from.
where we just came from. I just switched it out because I was exploring elsewhere, and so I switched that out. But that is the first of the portal houses, and as you can see, poor Amelia, she has a lack of a bear trophy. There is the empty trophy stand for the bear trophy. She has been hunting diligently, but not enough bear trophies yet to hang one up here. And
Oh,
then we can.
she will get there. The
I
problem
will get
is
there
with
at some point.
since this is an old world, I don't think the Haldor trick will work in this one.
I don't know. I haven't tried because I don't want to rob him from his
From his bear
cozy
rug.
sitting. Yeah. This is a thing I tried out after I watched Barefoot Cookie building a house, and I put the boxes actually in the floor, and you can walk over them, and you don't have to have them along the wood, the walls. Like that is something I saw Barefoot Cookie doing, and I thought, oh, let's try that out.
I've been thinking about it. I've been using it in one of my worlds, but not sure which one. I think the one I actually was preparing for multiplayer, where I was setting up the base in a more or less a similar way as the one I showed you.
Mm?
And the first stage was having the wooden house above what's becoming the basement. And I think I did something with this a similar way with the wooden chest simply to get enough storage space.
Yeah. Because this is the base I live in as for the time in the swamp and the mountains until I get to the plains. And swamp and mountains do produce quite a lot of stuff. Of course, most of those boxes now are empty because I transferred everything to the other bases after that. But in some there is a little bit left I have not yet transferred. But we have the fully functioning everything in here because that's how I work. Every base gets what is there, and then it gets left behind, and I start over in the new base. And then in the upstairs, there is then the living quarters.
It's funny that in some ways you're using the same things I do, the same method.
So this is the upstairs with some decorations. I've got some cute rockies in the corner here. They are happy in here. And you get a comfort level 13 here with what is
Oops,
there.
that was the wrong one. No, never
It's
mind.
okay. That's okay. They will produce more. Yeah. So, and complete with glass in the windows because those bats are pretty annoying. And I put up in good old completionist fashion all of the feasts here. So, something to be looking at.
Yep, certainly is.
So this space basically is a whole island. We can go to the other side and see a little bit. It is not big, it is really tiny. And that is
Yeah.
the end of the island. And here is my obliterator for destroying the things I don't need anymore. And that is the extent of it. There isn't any more to that.
And you still got the tin, some of
Yeah,
it
I
left.
never mind the tin or everything in my bases. I leave it there because it looks nice. It's glittering.
Well, it does keep the natural look.
Yeah, I like that. I like the natural look. And also, I never mind. I put the floor around the pine trees because I think it looks so nice with the trees around the house, and I don't fell the trees. I just leave them there. Can also go on the roof and see from above because here is a ladder hidden where you can reach the rooftop. And as you can see, I am always using the 26-degree rooftops because I love being able to walk on my roofs, and the 45 degrees don't allow for that.
Yep, I know that
And
feeling.
yeah, that's why
Usually, for me, it's 26 degrees for the same reason as well.
yeah, it's easier. So you see there is some workbenches over there on that other land over there too for spawn proofing reasons, so nobody can come at me in my island retreat. Okay then, let's go to tour number 3. How
This
wonderful is
part
a feather
is,
cape?
yeah, I've been working to get that one. Simply knowing you, that I knew there would be sooner or later there will simply be spots where I had to jump. So I was like, I will make sure I got the feather cape. Actually, I
That
got
is
everything
good
else
idea.
in magic as well, other than the skill.
That's a good idea. I'm sporting the ask, or is it? Yeah, I have the ask.
X-Fin,
The Ask Twin set, the Ask set, the breastplate of Ask and the whole set, because I prefer that using that set in the Ashlands.
not
Okay, then.
the
Oh.
not the Embla ones, because Embla is actually better for magic.
That's true, but I play a hybrid always, and so I go usually half melee, half magic, and then the Ask is better because it's quicker on the feet. Okay,
Yeah,
let's go to 3. And then we will come out in the plains.
yeah, speedo time.
I think we're gonna be starting by looking inside here because it's night in the plains and you don't want to be running around there, and close the door.
I got it.
As you can see, you're right in the kitchen.
The next part is I just unlocked Cauldron level 6. That's what happens when you enter a world with somebody at a higher level. I also had one of the Raven popping up about telling me to prepare for war. So doesn't
Yes.
matter. That's the fun part of things.
Yeah, as you can see, I have a tiny collection of fish around here because I'm, of course, collecting the fish and hope to make the fishing head. But for now, the deep
I
north
think you're
is
lacking too.
forbidden. The deep north is forbidden for now, so no northern salmon. We have to wait for the deep north to drop to complete that. I don't want to go there and then disturb this world with the generation of the deep north. Here used to hang the gardening tools. I have taken them with me to my newest base, of course, but that was for the hoe and
Cultivator.
the cultivator, and there was a pickaxe there, so I could do the gardening stuff. And we have the log saddle on the wall. And then when we go up here, that here is the workshop. It's a little cramped there with that stair, not as good to get up there. You have to walk a little bit left and right to get up here.
Come on. Or jump.
Or jump. So we have the workspace area
There
here
we
with the
go. New
workbench.
recipes.
And all of that jazz here. And then we have the big iron cooking station here.
Oh, I liked what you did to the potions, by the way.
Yeah, I thought try something different and hang them on the wall like
Yeah.
that. And that looks pretty nice too.
I just put them on the shelf, but this is good
Not the
looking as
worst
well.
idea I had. And one more up, we have the even more advanced stuff.
Black Force level 5, okay. And that's the golden table.
And of course, like storage everywhere, you have to get that stuff somewhere sorted in here. There is another storage area up here. Everything is empty here because I transferred all of that to the warehouse I'm going to be showing you. But as you can see while I was playing, and this is organic, like, oh, I don't have enough storage. What do? Okay, let's have a storage area up there. So I built a bit of a storage area up there.
Like some people do it in my country, we actually store lots of stuff in the attic.
Yeah, me too. So, and then here is the living quarters. And also here a lot of space to hang things on the wall. Nothing left here, of course, because I took everything and put it in our final base. This base is pretty interesting. I'm waiting for the night to pass because I want to show you the outdoors too.
Ah, but I got a
But
solution to that. That,
good idea. Good idea. Let's go. So we have a side door here. We can take that one out. And as you can see,
church.
the world is pretty old. It has the maypole here. And this one here is my new addition, my big, big warehouse. If you go in here, you can go up to the 3rd story and start from there. And as I said in a private conversation more than one time, I am a bit of a hoarder. All of those boxes are nearly full to the brim with foodstuffs and some magic items and what have you. There is so much stuff in here that I collected on my way.
This is absolutely even more than what I have.
It's a little bit bonkers. I admit to that.
I really hope you never start playing Skyrim.
I have been playing Skyrim for a long, long time
Almost.
before I discovered Valheim. And then the next level down, we've got all kinds of gear, linen and flax and ashwood and feathers and whatever else you can imagine. Stuff is all stored in here. And then I'm now starting to fill up the ground floor, and we are having all of the valuables next to the door in boxes. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. And yeah, gonna those are mostly empty because we have to collect more things. I have to have space to put some deep north stuff there too.
Ooh, I think I'm going to stick to my own system. One chest for something, and that's it. Because in general, you don't even need more than one chest.
Absolutely. Absolutely true. I'm just a hoarder. And then this is my portal house for the Ashlands, and I have decorated that one with Ashland things and have 4 portals in here because Ashlands do need a lot of portals if you don't want to get back to where you died. So yeah, we are missing some trophies here still. We have not found every trophy, but we are getting closer to that. Let me bubble you up
Hang on.
here.
You have marksman trophy, warlock trophy, all at the same item stand?
Yeah, no, it's 3 item stands behind them, and you can hang them in an orderly fashion. If you go close and see that the item stands behind are actually touching. 3 item stands, and they are all stacked on top of each other, touching, and then you hang them in the right order, and you get a completed skeleton.
Ooh, nice Easter eggs from the devs.
Nice. I like that a lot, and I have so many ball fragments that I decided to put some bells up here for decoration because I
Yeah,
have cleared out so many fortresses, got so many bell fragments. And then this one, this big blob of a nuisance here is my zip-zap machine, and you can come in here and see that I have barrels with the ingredients stored up top, and you can go in there and see, you can reach the top part where you fill in the stuff from here. That's no problem at all doing that like that.
yep. Something similar to what I did.
And then we have a lower door here too, where you can actually go in and fill the sap.
Yep, I know that. Yes, sort of similar idea as what I did. You didn't see it, I think, but yes, that one got finished by now.
Yeah. And then we have the Mistlands portal house here, of course. I do a portal house for every biome. And the Mistlands one is, of course, made of black marble here with the bronze grills they have, the Dwarga have.
Impressive. Looking very
And
nice.
and then this is the mountains portal house I put up here. That Gyal seems to be coming closer, but as long as he stays out there in the mist, I have no qualms with that one. And then if you come up here, then you will find my garden. And we have only the plains crops here because all of the lower crops are at my first base. There is the vegetable garden for that stuff and the vineyard.
Yeah, and I was planning to build them along the walls. You know, I have to admit that when I compare your base or bases with mine, mines are very dull. To me, what I built is basically very organized and being like keep everything centralized. But you've been using so much imagination to get everything going. It's looking a lot different.
This is my hen house, really here. What is happening? The hens are in that tower up there. We can go up there and I show you. And then the eggs come down that chute here. There is a chute here where the eggs will drop down. And here you can put in a wooden plate and the eggs will land on top there. And there is a fire outside. That makes the chicken hatch, and the chicken's hitbox is too big to get through those 1 by 1 meter holes. So the chickens will stay up there until they grow. And when they are grown hens, they will drop through those 1 by 1. And then below here, there's only the hens. So you can slaughter them without getting in trouble that there are chickens among them and you accidentally slaughter a chicken, because the chickens will live up there. And that is what that board here is for. What you do is you take that board off here and put it in here to close that off, so that the eggs will land on that platform there and hatch up there in that upper part. So you have kind of separated space for the chickens and the hens, and can
My,
then breed them.
my usual joke is you got an eggplant.
Yeah, I got an eggplant. And if you come up here and then up there, no worries, those logs are mine, they won't hurt you. Actually, we're gonna have to eat something so I can bubble. We don't want to get killed by a mosquito. There we go. Now you see the bubbles inside that house. That is the 4 chicken that live in there. They are bubbled now too. You can see there behind
Bubble
those
chicken.
behind those metal grills, there are the chickens, and you can feed them here, and they will lay eggs, and the eggs will drop down into the house. And on the other side, we have a little platform where only eggs will come out, and you can pick them up cold. So you have a double breeder. One half of the tower drops the egg inside the house, and one half of the breeder drops the eggs
Outside.
on this platform, platform here, and you can pick them up. And then here we have the portal house for the plains. And as you can see, I managed to fetch one of those wild trophies, at least. One only for now, but we're gonna get there at some point.
Drilling, mosquito, growth. I'm missing the berserker.
Yes, because I have killed so many berserks, but no luck with a trophy.
Yeah, I only got one, otherwise I would have gifted to you.
Well, it's a problem with those trophies. They are pretty hard to come by. And also here, of course, you can enter the roof and see everything from above. Because I always try to make my roofs accessible so I can run around on my roofs. It's a pity. The view is really pretty here. We have stupid fog here now. That is a little bit of a pity. We have a veritable lox herd around these parts too. They are mostly up in the mountains because them logs are formidable climbers, and I have to fetch them back once in a while. But all
Yeah.
of the logs you can see around here are mine, and that is a big why I was so easily able to gift you with hare meat, because what they do, they hunt the hares. That there is mistlands over there, and the logs hunt hares. And I got, like, if I'm here and I'm running around here for 2 days, got 10 or
Simply picking
15
up
hare
everything,
meat.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got 10 or 15 hare meat just from my logs hunting. So I never have to do some hare hunting myself. My logs are doing that for me. They are really formidable. So that is the plains base. Really pretty compact place. A lot of stuff crammed into that. Some gardens, and of course the same thing you did. The places where there were the cloudberries naturally, I made a garden bed and planted some flowers around them and kept them there, like same like you did, where you have the
Yeah.
cloudberries in your garden.
For food reasons, but also for decoration.
Yeah, and I can just harvest them and give them to the logs and feed the logs, and then that is working pretty good. Yeah, of course, windmill. You need a windmill in the plains, and all of that. And then we're gonna go back to the tour. And if you have any question, just fire away.
No,
Away.
most like I said, I'm so impressed by everything you did compared to what I have. I mean, I keep everything centralized. You're using the base in each biome system. Some people
Yeah,
would basically do a meadows base and later a plains base, and that is. But you've, yeah, how to put it? My buildings are dull compared to what you did. You've been using the environment, you've been using the materials, setting up
well,
all kind of different
I love to
buildings
do
with.
building. I love to do building and I love to try out more things. And that is a reason why I like building those tiny houses for the portals for each biome, because it gives me more opportunity to try out a different form of a roof and try out different windows and try out different materials, because you don't want to build a full-on base from everything. Build a full-on base in black marble, you would be doing nothing but collecting black marble all the time. So that is why I have all those tiny buildings that have specific purposes, so I can try out things. So I built the warehouse out of gray stone to try out the gray stone and how can I make a roof for that and all of that. But the big thing in this world, and I have been working on that last base for a long time. It is in the Mistlands, and it took a lot of building. So this is my latest edition. We have a base here in the Mistlands, and it is in tiers. And let's go over here a little bit to this side so you can, from this vantage point, see how big that is. Just don't drop in the water because that would have you swim. You can see how high that thing goes up. You can see that from the platform over there. It is going up here.
A lot.
So let's start with this outbuilding that I did last here
Haha,
on the
come on. Okay, I
There
have to
is a
take.
staircase down there. I
Yeah,
have made that foolproof because I keep falling and then I have to jump. So I made it Anna-proof, not foolproof, Anna-proof. So you can come up again if you fall down.
yeah, I'm already up. I'm just checking what my jump skill is at. Where's my 38? Yeah, never.
Let me check mine. I want to 100. There we go.
Yeah, but
I'm a rabbit. I'm always jumping around. So
I
this
was
is the
about to say
armory.
that.
This is the armory, and that is only armor. It's only the armor I made. I did not, like in cozy completion, it make extra armor I don't use. This is literally all the armor I made and used up to this point in this world with that character. From the rag armor you get when you first start the game and up until the armor I'm using now, all the armors, except two of them are up in my living quarters for decoration purposes, the Embla and the Flaw Medal. They are up there for decoration. So that is only the armor. Let's go over to the other side and I'm going to show you the weapon chamber.
See, that's what I'm still building in my base,
This is the weapon
at my
chamber.
attic.
And that is all the weapons I made and used with this character in this game. There is no weapon that I made specific only for display purposes. It's all the weapons I used from the first club right beside the door and spear up to the latest things I have now in here. And I grouped them by all the shields here, all the magic staffs, and then all the pickaxes, all the axes, are next to each other, and put all of them in this weapons chamber here.
That's what I'm going to do at some point. Well, I was working at it. I had the armor stands up already, and in a similar way like you did, splitting up, I do my light armor on one side, the heavy armor on the other side of where you come up at the staircase. And the idea is to put the magic related armor at some point
Mm-hmm.
facing that. So you get a U shape, and then my intention is to set up something like a rack in the center or several racks in the center for the weapons. But unlike you, I'm going to craft them all.
Well, that is something that Lorelei does in the Cozy Comfy Completionist run. She crafts it all, and this is like my private world. I'm just playing for my
On
private
pleasure.
enjoyment. And so I figured I don't need to go extra and do everything and build every weapon I never use and collect the stuff. It has been a chore collecting all the stuff, building all those bases. So yeah, I can go a little light on myself. And then you can walk all around here, and then there is various portals. This is like the landing deck. There is various portals put up here. And then here is my big billboard where I write notes down so I don't forget. All my bases do have names. The first one where we were is Lindholt, then there is Mirkwood and Gulliver, and then this one is Taco Castelli.
Just to
So
make it
this is,
easy.
yeah, Nordic names, because Viking, And some documentary, we have like those numbered portals are in the plains, those numbered portals are in the swamp, in the mountains, those numbered portals are in forest and meadows, so I can find them more easily. And then we go up the stairs a little bit here to reach our first upper level here.
Right. Oh, those aren't. Are these normal stairs? It's not Crouston.
Those are Grostin stairs.
Okay. I have to look in my inventory at some point because
And we
I
reached
think I
the
only had,
workshop.
including the vials. So yeah, if we had an alchemy station, those would have fitted very well.
Yeah, I put the bombs up on the wall and put the bombs, the vials, the throwable vials up there, and then we have the Galder table tucked away here, and all the other workstations tucked away here. And in case somebody is wondering how I managed to cram all that in, it's the mod. I've got the Infinity Hammer mod, and that allows me to cram those stations closer than you could in vanilla. That is the thing that is going on here.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
that because it saves a lot of space. If you had to get all of those extensions into a workspace, that thing would have need to be like twice the size to get everything fit in here. And with that mod, I can just place the stuff a little closer and still have it usable. And of course, you know me, my big old epic
Yeah,
wall of
chest wall.
chests. And like we talked last time when I was visiting you, it's all in the specific order and orderly, so I always know which box to click, and it's pure brains memorization, so I can find my stuff. And the bottom row is always the metals, and in all of those boxes is always just the metal
And stone.
from the left to the right, from the right to the left, and the last box is stones. And then the second row and third row, and it's basically the basic stuff is in the second and third row, and then going up, there is then the more higher up stuff, and the top row up there is all of the trophies from each biome. So the leftmost here, we've got the deer trophies and the troll trophies, and the rightmost here, we've got the bell fragments and the magic carapace and all of that, and below the Ashlands trophies, all of that crammed into that. And then, of course, Galder table with all the extensions I was able to be making.
Under the stairs. Yeah, why not?
And then more spares. And here we have the wall with the mini bosses. I put them up here on display. Brenna, Geierhafer, and Syl and Thunger.
Even above each other, just like they were when you fight.
And yeah, they were bros. Yeah, and then we have a chest full of prepared portals. That is something I like to do, so I can quickly grab the next portal if I need one. And this is kind of passing through stage. There is my pocket portal, which is right now not operational. And this one here goes back to Gullivager, which is the plain space where we were before. That would be my usual way to go there via that portal, to harvest things and plant things and all of that. And then we have another staircase to go up. And we reach the kitchen.
A bit bigger than mine.
And again, the same thing here, crammed everything in best I could, tried to make it look a little nice with the pots and pans and the rolling pins there and the spice rack and all of that. And of course, all of the foodstuffs, and this big box contains the food to eat. And those two here contain all of the potions I use the most. So those two barrels here contain just potions. And then you can come out here to the balcony. And we can walk a little bit around here, and you can have a look at the map here, because there is my cartography table, and you can see the wonderful chaos I have for a map.
I don't know, I think I had more markers on my map as you have on yours.
Absolutely, you had, because I did not mark out everything. On the starter island there, you can
Only the
see
portals.
The portals, and then I have all of the hammer symbols signify dungeons. Everything that is like a hammer is a dungeon. So in the mountain, a hammer is a frost cave. In the forest, a hammer is a burial chamber.
Yep.
In the swamp, it is a sunken crypt. And yeah, you can also see all of my deaths on there. I have been dying quite a little bit here. Mainly around the plain space. Getting that space secured was a chore. I died a few times around there. And then
actually,
I died.
It doesn't show up for me.
You don't see the death markers. Okay, yeah, no. That's a pity. I'm gonna show that. You can watch my video and then you can see them. I died quite a lot of times around the plain space around Gullivager. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 markers there for death, and then I died 3 times in the Ashlands, only 3 times. And then only another death in the plains, and that was that. I did not even die in the mountains, only in the plains this time around.
I don't know how many deaths I have in my world, but it's a lot.
Yeah,
2 on my base, actually.
That is a lot of stuff. And then we have all of the potions here. I love to display them because they do shine light, and I love them shiny things. I'm like a magpie. I love them shiny things,
Yep,
and
more
they do.
like I put them up, although I'm still working on it. I don't have
And down
all the
here,
potions yet.
the first one here contains a few potions, and the other two are still empty. We don't know what the deep north will bring, so I have some boxes still empty in regards to there is a new biome coming, and of course there is another stair up to my living quarters.
So that's the flame metal armor. Looks nice with those horns.
Yeah, I think
Or
it looks
or
really nice.
antlers, maybe.
I think it's like antlers. It looks like antlers, and I do like the nod back to Ike with that.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the Ashlands throne up here, and then we have the Embla armor over there. Put that here, so I have that in reach distance if I wanted to switch them out for some case, and then some decorations, of course, and of course our Halloween decorations. Can't miss that. And then, of course, you can reach the roof here for everything. And that was why I said it would be a very, very good idea if you wanted to bring a feather cape, because
If you
this
fall down.
base is quite high up, and it is built on one of those pillars you see in the Mistlands that have the platforms sticking out to the side, and every of those platforms that sticks out to a side on that pillar, I transformed into one level and into one place where I could put things. And now we can practically walk all the roofs and see what is on the roof. Like I'm bonkers with that. I do want my roofs accessible. I want to walk my roofs and look down on the world from my roof.
Yeah, for me, a roof is simply something that covers my base. Although I do have to walk on them because I need to build them. But everything I see is amazing compared to what I do.
Well, let me put it this way. It is more small bits and bobs and then tie it together, whereas your base is more like thoughtfully planned out from the beginning and then executed in one big chunk of effort to get everything like the big house with the roofs and the more levels and staircase and all of that. And I'm more like, okay, we need a little bit more of something. Okay, let's build something over there. And then, okay, yeah, that is not enough. Let's build something over there. And so
Yeah,
my
I got it.
bases,
I got it
hmm?
centralized and planned, and you're
Yeah, and
building.
I'm more a little bit more of a haphazard. Oh, we need something here. Let us build something here. Oh, how do we connect that? Oh, ooh, I don't know. Okay, let's try that out. Like creative roof building with Anna is like legendary by now. We have been clubbering together roofs that are a shame, and some builders would say, "My gosh, what do you do here for roofing? That is not a roof. That is a nuisance." But yeah, I get by and I get a base together, and I think with those organic looking pieces of core wood coming out of the base of the stone and acting like a pillar or something. It looks a little bit like it's grown, like its roots, and it's coming out of the house, and the house is rooted to the stone in some fashion. That was my intention with what I did there. and all of those houses do have those root structures underneath to keep them up, and they would keep up because there is a heck ton of iron beams under there to get the stability going. But it looks odd if such a big platform is just sticking out into nothingness without something
No,
underneath.
actually, it doesn't. It's what you can see some games like Elvis building. Everything
Hmm.
you've built, let's say that maybe it's a little bit of irony, but the way I'm building my things is a dwarven build. Got it sturdy, centralized, and that's it. Good to defend, and that's it. What you are doing is elfish building.
Yeah, more
So
like
you're using your
detailed, delicate. Hmm.
yeah, using the environment, delicate, lots of details. It's yeah, it's like I said, elfish. It sounds odd, but I think that's the best way to compare. Yeah, I'm out of food. I should have brought more.
You can come with to the kitchen and take something from my. I got plenty in that box. Let's go to the kitchen here, and you can. Oh, upwards. Kitchen is up here. There we go.
Well, at least I got my feather cape.
Yeah, that was why I warned you to please bring a feather cape, because this is gonna be a dangerous place if you fall.
Box?
And
Oh, wait.
here,
That box? No, that's
up,
a
up.
portal
No,
box.
up. You
One
have to
more
come
up.
up here.
No, but
Here, the
yeah,
box, the
your
box,
your place is
that one.
absolutely.
That box here under the food on the table, there is the black
Oh, is
metal
that
box,
one?
and that's the food box. There, yeah.
Let's
There
see.
you
What's
can,
my
there you can eat,
aspect?
because
Yeah, but I
what?
can't eat all the stuff that I haven't discovered yet.
So the seeker aspect, and then there is, I think,
Mist
some
hair.
lower. Yeah, mist hair
Yeah,
is
the
in
mist
there.
hair, and to top it off, a sausage.
Wonderful. So at least I could offer you something to eat.
Bratwurst. Bratwurst.
Bratwurst, yes. Okay, what I love to do actually, you see, I have some ways to get out here everywhere. You can come out here too. When if you go to that curtain, you don't have to jump, because
I'm
there
not
is
going to
a.
jump. I need to get level 100 too.
And I love to go flying here. Let me show you. That is something I do all the time here, because that's why we have those things here. Because with the feather cape, you can navigate while you're jumping. So I jump out here like a paraglider, and then I glide all the way down to my base level. It's great fun. So that
Okay.
is how I get around here, and then I have an elevator. If I come out here, because this is my portals when I go out for an adventure, and I come out of the portal like here with overburdened or something, I have the elevator here, and I can just jump through the elevator and come out on top.
Yeah, that's the infinite portal loop some people are building in their worlds. Just to tease other people that you leave a portal, you enter the next one, and you go back to the into a loop.
Yeah, that is my absolutely massive Mistland space. I'm pretty happy with how that one turned out. There is still a few things to be doing. We still have to be finding some trophies. So we have to be doing a little bit of spawn proving here and there. It's not fully spawn proofed. That Yal has been there for all the time I have been building here. There is, it has never come over. It's so far away. You just hear it growling all the way. Reminds you that this is a very dangerous land here. But even when I was raising a ruckus here, why I was building this, that gyal was there and never coming over. So I'm not concerned about that gyal in the least.
Well, as long as you keep it spawn proofed, I don't think you have to. Because it won't be there. It won't come over.
It would come over for sure if I lured it over here, but it is far away, and the voice, the sound travels differently in the mist. So it is pretty far away. You cannot even see it from here. It is somewhere, and I don't know where. And I'm really, I don't care. As long as it is rumbling out there somewhere, well, you can rumble all you want.
At least you're one of the few players, actually the first one for me, who's got a pet yell.
Yeah, I got a pet yell out there somewhere, and the only place that gives me a little bit of a trouble sometimes is when I get a skeleton surprise. Those beasties can spawn somewhere there, and then they will be underneath here, and then I have to go down there. You can go here, and you can come down here, and then I have to go down here and get rid of them because they keep chopping at things, and that is a nuisance.
Yep.
Um, but that is about the only stupidness happening here. There is a seeker over there, but that thing has never come over here too. So I leave it be. Can live over there. I don't care. It's not a big problem.
So
And
a pet
with
girl,
me,
cat seeker. What's next? Pet
um,
pet ticks.
no,
Or
no,
better
no,
not, cause yeah,
no. I hate ticks. Ticks are gross. If I see a
yeah,
tick, that tick will die for sure. Ticks are gross.
yeah. I agree. I had bad encounters with those.
Yeah.
Playing on a
So
hard setting and you get a 2-star tick. If you can't dodge roll right,
yeah,
then
you got no problem. Got a problem there.
you got a big problem.
Yeah, I think let's go up to the living quarters where we can close the door if need be, because you never know. This base is not 100% spawn proofed, so
Spawn poop. Now the last thing I
something,
want is using magic in this because it will destroy things. Not in the mood for that.
yeah, so that is,
I got a bow, but still.
yeah, if I got a raid here, I would go somewhere else, kite them away from the base, because like as you can see, there is no moat. There is a big old puddle of water underneath here, which is a little bit protective. It's like on an island, but I have not spawn proofed every little bit of this here. Maybe I will do that at some point in the future. There are some workbenches strewn about here and there, but that island over there does not have any spawn proving whatsoever, and all the smaller ones don't either. But I like that location so much because it's so much water and those tiny islands, and then this one big pillar that is literally in the middle of the water. There is nothing else around here but that pillar. So that was for me the idea. Let's build
Yeah,
on that thing.
it's often what I found that the location decides to build and not
Yes,
the other way around.
yes. And
It,
I find it really fitting, like your base with that big castle is like that massive building that is really fitting for the plains, where you have those flat open grassland where that thing can shine. Like if you put something like that there, that would be like, I feel a bit, it would need to be a little bit more massive to be believable there. In my opinion, it's my feeling. Um, This is really filigrane and
Yeah, like I said,
dainty.
elfish. Elfish.
Yeah, dainty, I'd say. But yeah, I like it a lot. I like living here, and I like using it as starting point for my adventures in the Ashlands. And I will be playing on with this base into the deep north, of course, because this is my forever ongoing. I'm gonna play until I reach the end world, and then I'm gonna play some more, and then maybe I'm gonna be building some more bases somewhere else, because why not?
Yeah, not to mention Ashlands and Deep North will most likely not be the best spots for a base. Deep North,
Yeah,
I don't know yet.
the
We haven't
Ashlands,
seen
I'm gonna.
we haven't seen that much. Ashlands certainly is not a good spot for a nice base.
We're gonna be building one with Lorelei in our Comfy Cozy Completionist run, because Lorelei is obligated to build a complete base with everything, all the weapons, all the armor, all the gear, all the whatevers that are there in every biome. And as it stands, she's in the Mistlands and building a Mistlands base similar to this one here. Lorelei's base is inspired by this build that came first. Um, but she has no Graustein to build that, because I built this space after I went to the Ashlands and gained all of that stuff there. And so poor Lorelei has to make do with the black marble and the normal stone, and it's more difficult without Graustein, I can tell you. I learned that. And then when we are finished with the queen, we will go to the Ashlands and build a base in the Ashlands. I don't know how and why and how, what style or what we're gonna be doing, but we're gonna build a base there.
I haven't even thought about it. The way I see it, for an outpost, I have actually three options. One is to take over the fortress, which is basically what everybody is doing. You get into the fortress and destroy everything hostile, and after that, make sure that you've got portals to go in and out. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, because basically a fortress is something I already have. Another option is using the Grouston and restore one of the old buildings, the ones where you find all the grapevines,
Yeah,
pine grape.
but you would have to spawn proof the heck out of it,
Yeah,
because one Morgan and your base is gone.
yeah, especially because of the Grouston. Well, I think even stone and black metal won't make it.
I I
Or
did a test. I did a test once actually. I used the pickaxe and I used normal stone. I used black marble and I used Graustein. The Graustein looks delicate, but actually the Graustein takes more hits with a pickaxe before it breaks than either the stone and the black marble.
I
It is
thought
more sturdy.
I thought the structural integrity was the same, but I may be mistaken.
The
And
structural integrity, yes, but the hit points it can take before it breaks, that's the difference here. Like if you take a pickaxe and hack at a normal stone floor, you will have less hits with the pickaxe uh, than with a Graustein. I tried with walls. I used a normal stone wall and a black marble wall piece and a Graustein wall piece, a 1 by 1 meter, 1 by 2 meter Graustein wall piece. And actually, that broke last. I could hack at it with a pickaxe for longer until it broke.
that's something to keep in mind.
So that means yes, you got the nasty stuff there, but the Graustein don't try to build in the Ashlands with normal stone. The Graustein is the better material there.
Or the black marble when you start. But yeah, my third option is actually to take over one of those Dverga outposts. But even that one, you need to rebuild the walls and the doors and whatever.
I think I will go the obvious route, not make it harder on myself. I think I will take over a pretty little fortress there and build something in that fortress, and then maybe branch out a little bit and build some outhouses around, like a village where you have the castle in the middle, and then you have some villagers living in tiny houses around, something like that, and something in I don't know yet. We have to cross that river when we reach that bridge. For now, poor Lorelei is hard at work building herself a base in the Mistlands.
Yeah, and I'm not even up to Ashlands yet. I just arrived in the Mistlands. Although I did manage to get, no, only the protection staff is tier 3, the ember staff is still 1. The only things I actually upgraded as much as I could are the spine snap, the shields, and mistfall. That's it. Oh,
Yeah, then
and the
you
eye to
got a
leave.
way. Yeah, you got a way to go
Yeah, I
before you
got a
get
way to
there.
go. I even
Yeah.
don't have the full seal breaker yet. And the way
Okay,
things
now the
have,
bubble is gone, and I think I'm gonna say my goodbyes to my viewers here now because now we don't have that bubble in the way. Let me take off my like that. Okay.
good,
Okay,
good.
folks. I think you like. I hope you liked this tour around a world that is rarely seen by outsiders because I it's my private world. I don't stream this. I don't make recordings in this world. That's an exception for my good friend King of the Mountain who came over and whom I showed around here today. I hope you liked this sneak peek into the background of my gaming. And if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. I will make sure to link to King Under the Mountain's YouTube account so you can find his point of view of this too and go there, show him some love. Leave him a like, a subscribe. He is doing a lot of Valheim and other game recordings too. He plays Ball Tales, I think. I can remember he said a lot of games. He is an avid gamer. So go there, look at his content. He got a lot. And we are going to be back with new shenanigans next Friday. Lorelei is going to build more Mistlands stuff. And next Tuesday, we are going to be back with our Call to Arms stream. So if you want to get notified, subscribe to my channel, and we are going to be back with new shenanigans real soon. Bye.
Okay, well, Anna, thanks for showing us around. It certainly was a pleasure to see all of this, and I do hope everybody watching the channel is being enjoying this as much as I do. I hope everybody who's watching the channel will be here next week when I continue with Bjarni in his regular world, and hopefully without that many deaths. So for now, everybody have a good week, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Now that was fun.